Welcome to the 2024 Centerforce Adventure Run. This is the 4th annual running of this once-a-year event. And we're gonna spend the next 3 days exploring the beautiful Arizona backcountry. We're gonna see pine forests, we're gonna see high desert, we're gonna see everything in between. Check it out. First stop of the day is the Palmerita Ranch. It's right along the Santa Maria River. I believe it was founded about 1900 and was actually in use off and on up until the 1980s. There's actually over my shoulder here, there's a couple of old adobe structures that have then subsequently been added onto. Pretty cool history and very well preserved.
Getting out in the dirt is a big deal. It's easy to kind of get lost in the city. So this sound of dirt under your feet and under your tires is good for your soul. I always considered myself from a young age kind of a driver. I grew up in Southern California, so cars were a very big part of culture and survival and social stuff. And I loved driving, and manual transmission was the kind of go-to choice. It was just the no-brainer. Even though I saw friends with automatic stuff, I kind of wanted to stick with this and engage a little bit more in all of it.
There's a great mix of things that I love. One, some easy scenic trails. You have some really cool points of interest, whether it's historical or, archaeological or whatever. And then we get after it a little bit. We're not doing any hardcore stuff, but just enough to make it technically interesting.
Lift your hair, driver, little more, right there.
Okay, it's the end of day 1 of the Centerforce Adventure Run. We are here at the Boreana Mine in the Hualapai Mountains. The mine is actually right over here. It was an enormous operation. I guess it was in operation from like 1902 all the way up until 1980. So this is camp for the night. We're gonna break out the grills, maybe have a couple of cold ones, have a good night.
Everybody's making dinner. I'm making my own dinner here. And tonight, I'm gonna have a ribeye steak with some vegetables, and I'm gonna make mashed potatoes from scratch. I thought I'd get up in the morning and at some point walk up to the hill, sit down in my chair, and just enjoy the view down the canyon and looking out. So I love just sitting there watching the world unfold below you.
Alrighty guys, welcome to day 2 of the Centerforce Adventure Run. Today, we are going to continue on into the Hualapais. We are going to be visiting yet another mine site, but this one is really cool. And right there at the mine is a pretty rough section. It's probably the roughest wheeling we're gonna encounter on the trip. All right, we are halfway through day 2 and we have made it to the Gold King Mansion, also known as the Moss Wash Mansion, on the Moss Wash Trail. So we've got lunch pretty well wrapped up here. We've got a lot more miles to cover. So I'm gonna get everybody loaded up and we're gonna head to the next trail.
We did get a bit stuck and hung up on some rocks, skid plates. From my perspective, we started kind of sliding passenger and then we were hung up and it was just bad line, too late at that point. This is the first time I think I actually gotten to drive a Centerforce clutch. I'm really impressed with just how it engages, and I mean, I can feel the feedback from it. The vehicle, to me, seems like it wants to climb over stuff and do things that I haven't had my other vehicles do as easily, so I've been really impressed.
My truck is a 1968 Jeep M715. 5.3 Chevrolet SM465 off-road design Magnum box to a 205, and the 1-ton axles, big tire. The reason I like the manual transmission, simplicity, some redundancies, and it's just kind of cool shifting gears.
I definitely prefer everything to be manual. It's just, like he was saying, it's just kind of fun. Just shifting gears, it gives you something to do while you're driving.
A lot of variety on this trip. We've had everything from very tight desert brush kind of environment where we were fighting through that, and then all the way up into the the higher mountain passes, and we had some pine trees today, and just a lot cooler temperatures, and yeah, nice wide variety of our terrains.
We are at 6,000 feet in elevation, so now the vegetation is different, the trail got more technical, it changes everything, changes the weather. That's what makes these things fun, because there's so many different things going on at the same day. Yeah, I like that a lot.
The Centerforce clutch compared to the OEM, it feels it's a little light and engage sooner than the OEM, so it gives you more momentum and it gives you more stability when you're trying to go over obstacles. Having something that you know you can trust in the trail, having that help on that moment that you need, it gives you more trust and you feel more relaxed. It definitely helps a lot.
All right, well, so we're all wrapped up with Moss Wash. We're gonna go ahead and air up. That's what we're doing right now. We're gonna hit the 40. We're gonna go east a little bit, top off the fuel, drop back in the dirt, and it should be the dirt for the duration.
You know, for me, being able to get back out on the trails and be able to meet some new people and hang out with some old friends, for me, it's something that you need in your soul. It's really nice to slow down, spend some time around like-minded people, and just remember why it is that we're all doing what we do.
Good morning, everybody. Day 3 of the Centerforce Adventure Run. So the plan is today, I would like to be at Centerforce HQ at 4 o'clock. So I think we're actually gonna go a little bit back the way we came, and then we'll head off that way.
Hey Vern, as our in-house geologist, could you please give us a little education on some of the different rocks that we're seeing in this area?
So we've definitely seen all 3 of the major types of rocks on this trip, including igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rock.
And then there's other rocks like sandstone, mudstone, limestone, which are sedimentary. And then there's other rocks like schist, which is metamorphic.
Been learning from plants and flowers to rocks and quartz and different layers. So it's been a great treat to have Vern and learning a little more about the geological aspects of Arizona here.
All right, we are midway through the last day. We stopped at Camp Wood. We are just stopped here for lunch. We're wrapped up. We're gonna do our final leg because we gotta get to Centerforce at a certain time, and I try to hit that as close as I can. Alrighty, well, we made it. 3 days of epic off-roading, a little over 300 miles, the vast majority of that on dirt. Everybody made it in one piece. We're here at the HQ for Centerforce Clutches. Fantastic trip overall. Thanks for following along. Check out all the coverage that's coming out from some of the other guys. But thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.